Prehistory. It has undoubtedly been one of the most aggressive times on the planet. It was full of carnivorous animals, which today can only be seen in books or in television. But now in this video, we will not only show you some of these prehistoric animals, but we will see the most lethal that have ever existed. Get ready for a review of the most deadly and ferocious predators of prehistory. Number 6. Birds of Terror. This is an extinct family of carimiformous birds, also known as horror birds, because their largest species were predators in the various regions they inhabited. Large, carnivorous, non-flying birds were the dominant predators in South America during the Cenozoic, between 62 and 2.5 million years ago. Their wings had evolved to be used as arms to catch a moving prey. Characterized as fast runners, the closest relatives today are the Sireniidae of the Caramidae family. Their diet was basically mammals that are now extinct. In a struggle for survival, this terrifying bird could easily face a saber-toothed tiger. You could escape. Number 5. The Spinosaurus. This is a genus represented by two species of theropod dinosaurs, the Spinosaurids, which lived in what is now North Africa from the Lower Albian to the Lower Cenomanian of the Cretaceous period, approximately 112 to 97 million years ago. It was a very peculiar dinosaur with a narrow skull that we can say resembles some reptiles today, more or less like a crocodile. However, its main characteristic is that it had thorns in its back, connected with its skin that grew up to 1.65 meters of height, forming a structure similar to a candle. The most interesting thing with the Spinosaurus diet is that as it could live as much in the water as in the earth, it could be the biggest of all the carnivorous dinosaurs, even bigger than the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Giganotosaurus, in spite of not sharing their robust builds. Estimates published in 2005 and 2007 suggest that it was 12.6 to 18 meters in length and 7 to 20.9 tons in weight. Number 4. Quetzalcoatlus. This was the largest animal to ever fly on the planet, about the size of a small airplane. It was also one of the last pterosaurs to become extinct, along with the dinosaurs at the end of the Cretaceous. The total length of their body was approximately 8 meters, and its wingspan was 12 meters. It weighed about 120 to 200 pounds, as much as an average adult male. As for its skull, it was characterized by an elongated, fine and straight beak. In addition, it had a ridge that probably served as a sexual or maturity differentiator. Its neck was long and agile, supported by a great number of vertebrae. Its body was relatively small, and they had folds in their wings like a bat. These folds were connected both in the upper and lower extremities, passing through the entire back, giving complete flight control and more agility. It lived in interior areas with lakes, as its diet required fish. This animal fed on the remains of dead dinosaurs, because it could not kill them, but it ate the young of dinosaurs like the Tyrannosaurus or the Triceratops. Number 3. Pristichampsus. This is an extinct genus of semi-aquatic crocodiles, which lived from the Paleocene to the Eocene, 40 million years ago. Its skin was heavily shielded, and its extremities suggest that it could run easily. It had toes on its feet, suggesting that it lived on land rather than in water, and therefore probably hunted land mammals. Its teeth were laterally compressed, strong, and with serrated edges. Because of their similarity to the teeth of certain theropod dinosaurs, they were initially confused with dinosaur teeth, which led some paleontologists to believe that some non-avian dinosaurs had survived the mass extinction of the Cretaceous Tertiary. It shows some additional characteristics, the result of the adaptation of the animal to terrestrial life. The tail resembles that of a dinosaur, round in cross-section and lacking the osteoderm's crest observed in current crocodile species. It would also have been able to gallop and stand on 2 feet. This was clearly a crocodile from which you could not escape. Number 2. Megalodon. It was a species of giant shark that lived between the Oligocene and the Pliocene in modern America, Australia, Asia, and Canary Islands. It is characterized as being the terror of the seas of its time, since it used to be a super predator of its time. They were a kind of giant white shark with black eyes and mouth that could be up to 2 meters long. They had 280 enormous saw-shaped teeth of more than 13 centimeters with a bite force of up to 18 tons, so that no prey escaped them. The fins of these animals were enormous and also very long, which helped them move much faster, especially thanks to the pectorals that they used, along with their special tail, to propel themselves better. Their tail was the same as the current white shark, but larger, and benefited from it because it also helped them to hunt, because thanks to it they could swim even faster. Their diet was based on whales and large fish. Therefore, they were called the king of the seas. Number 1. Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is perhaps the most fearsome dinosaur that has ever existed. It was a really big dinosaur, which could measure up to 12.3 meters long, almost like a truck, and is thought to have weighed between 6 and 18.4 tons. It also had a very large head, measuring 1.5 meters, that was balanced by a very heavy tail to maintain its balance and allow it to walk. It was a theropod. This means that it walked on 2 legs, which were covered with pads that not only protected him against terrain, but were a kind of spring. At each step, the Tyrannosaurus put great intensity that was transmitted to its whole body to maintain balance and a certain speed. It was in fact considered the largest carnivore in its region. Because of its size and strength, it is believed to have been an excellent predator, and perhaps its favorite prey were the hadrosaurids and ceratopsids.